Welcome to The Long List, a podcast that celebrates movies and other pop culture through the storied art of rankings. There are no wrong answers, there are no bad opinions, and hot takes are always encouraged. I'm Josh Muller. I'm here as always with my brother Jack Muller, and this episode is all about tearjerkers, movies that make us cry.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
You know, we're going to get a little emotional in this podcast, Jack. Maybe. Probably not, actually.
I don't think I'll be shedding a tear in this podcast.
Well, that kind of gets us into our first set of questions here. I guess, would you say you cry at a lot of movies?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I would say I cry in a lot of movies.
Oh, okay.
And I don't see it coming a lot of the time.
Sneaks up on you?
Mm-hmm. Kind of made this list hard because it's like, well, I'm crying like 3 times in Kung Fu Panda. So I really had to sift through some things.
That fair point, I suppose. Yeah. Nice counter. I guess maybe I cry a lot more than I know, and I just don't notice.
Yeah, you briefly said before, you're like, yeah, I don't think I cry in a lot of movies. I was like, whoa, I did not think that's where this conversation was going. I kind of figured that's why you brought up this podcast in general.
Yeah, well, I initially said we pick out 5 movies, and we picked out 10. So, I wouldn't say I don't, but out of the percentage of movies that I watch that make me cry is, at least I thought, low. This kind of goes into another question that I wanted to ask you is, like, what type of movies do make you cry? Because for me, I'm just thinking that, like, the ones that people talk about often and loudly about movies that make people cry don't seem to get to me personally.
Well, personally, I think that, like, if I'm getting choked up in specifically like a feel-good moment or something like that, I think the movie is one. And so not so much if I get choked up like at a sad moment, oddly enough, but if like I'm getting choked up because I feel good about what's happening with the, usually the end of the movie or something.
Right. Yeah, good point.
Then I'm like, cool.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Which I do think, I get choked up a lot in movies just off of like feeling good.
Yeah. Oh, that's a really good point.
More so than sad.
I would agree with that. And I kind of like the point you're trying to make, because any movie theoretically can put something that's really sad in there. But if they're getting you later on with the uplifting moment that very often follows that sad moment, well, that means that they knew they hit their arc well or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's a good point.
And kind of to answer your last question, like, I feel like broadly speaking, I think anytime a character or characters put in a lot of work or go through like a drawn out emotional ordeal and then it pays off or the weight of the ordeal is lifted, I'm very prone to getting choked up. Like, okay, I really doubt this will be on your list, but
it's going to be on your list?
No.
Okay.
In Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Correct. Not on my list.
Didn't totally love the movie.
Okay.
And, a lot of crap goes down in that movie.
Yes.
Like the whole time. And it's pretty long.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the movie, when they finally, agree that they still love each other, essentially, the two, leads.
Yeah.
I got choked up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I didn't think that was coming, but I just went, I just saw these people go through a lot.
Yeah.
Another example, maybe a more, manageable one, is Shakespeare in Love.
Okay.
The play is cooking. It's going well. Everybody loves it. I'm like getting choked up. The music's good. Everybody, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. The moment, like, they die at the end in Romeo and Juliet in the play, and the whole audience is watching it, and then everybody is just silent in the crowd, at the end of this and at the end of the play for like an extended period of time.
Very effective.
And all of the other people are like, and it's the whole movie is they're getting ready for the play. So there's this emotional weight lifted and like, good job sort of thing.
If you nail that ending,
yes.
If you garner that emotion, you've kind of done your job throughout the rest of the movie.
Right.
Yeah. Well, not to throw a curveball at you, because I asked these questions out of order based on how the conversation went.
I noticed.
So I'm gonna now.
I may have
ask-
already kind of answered the questions. But I adapted.
You did great, but I'm gonna ask the first question I wrote down.
Okay.
Last now, what draws you to these movies?
Yeah, I love a feel good cry.
Yeah.
Which I've pretty much already said. And yeah, written down, I had what I said about the accomplishing the movie by
Yeah.
getting me choked
Right.
up.
I also love a feel good cry, and that's typically what gets me, either feel good or inspirational or what have you.
Right.
And I don't know, I guess maybe to my earlier point where I don't feel like I cry in a lot of movies, just like hitting that emotion, that level of range that I watch a lot of crime dramas. I watch a lot of comedies, I'm dealing with those emotions. I watch a lot of thrillers, but to get that like uplifting thing, there's not too many things like it. And it really works.
Well, from that list of genres, I would, I have written down like comedies or the moments being surrounded by comedic things.
Yeah.
Kind of helps.
Yeah, I agree.
And like amps up the emotion. And I'm like,
I have a couple on my list that supply that
Yeah.
theory. Whatever I just said.
yeah.
I also
family stuff gets me
Yeah,
a lot
true.
of the time.
I also would say there's probably I don't have many on this list, but there's probably a fair amount of movies that are like just okay, but somehow get me to, misty up at the end of it, that I'm like, okay, now I like your movie more.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. The Rookie did not make my The Rookie with Dennis Quaid did not make my list, but I considered it.
Yep.
Not a very good movie, but it gets me at the end.
Yep.
Oh.
I mean, we could go back and listen to my top 10 from the Pixar episode and just put
Just
those into my top
substitute
10.
that in, yeah. Copy paste. Well, the only other thing I wanted to say that I didn't really prepare you for is that it's inevitable. Oh, we talked a little bit before, so I'm going to talk about what we talked about that. But it's inevitable that we're going to, a lot of these tearjerker moments are happening towards the end of the movie. We're going to have to spoil some stuff. And you had a really interesting tidbit I thought was interesting. Maybe no one else will. But yeah, talk about what you were talking about before we hit the record button.
On Instagram, I saw a reel that was Jack Black on a podcast, and he was talking about very talking shit in talking shit fashion about people on podcasts who dance around giving spoilers for movies. And he was like, I'm here to hear you talk about the movie. Just go for it. Just talk about it. Stop being like, oh, I don't want to talk about the movie. The movie already came out. Just talk about the movie. Yeah. So that's kind of tripped me up in recent podcasts.
And we were talking about it. I think we should henceforth decide, hey, if we're talking about a movie that's older than the last handful of years, we're going to talk about it freely. We'll let you know when there's going to be a spoiler.
Possibly, and maybe we won't. And hopefully you don't fault us for that.
Yeah. If it came out, we're going to put, artificial embargo 5 years?
Yeah.
We'll try to not spoil things newer than 5 years old. Everything else, fair game. It's been out for a while.
Yeah. From time management perspective, sometimes we get into little dances where we're like, are we going to spoil?
Should we spoil this?
We're not going to do that from now
Usually
on.
those
We're just
are
going
movies
to go
from
for it.
1979.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like-
We're just going to skip that part.
yeah. So
get ready.
We'll let you know if we can
If we
when
can.
we're going to
We think
spoil
about
something big.
Yeah.
Other than that, hope it doesn't shy away from the movie, and we're just going to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, okay, the way the structure works, we've done things like this before. We each provided 10 movies. Jack and I do not know the other person's movie. Correct?
Correct.
If there are repeats, and I wouldn't be terribly surprised if there's one or two, but I don't think there's going to be many.
I thought that there were going to be more, and then until I made my list.
How do you know, man? You don't know what I picked.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
Also, I hadn't written anything down.
Wait, hang on. I'm in the middle of a of a qualification
My bad.
/ rule. If there are repeats, whoever that repeat has it higher ranked, we'll talk about it then. so we don't end up talking about it twice. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. What were you about to say?
Oh, just that, like, going into this, I, literally hadn't written down anything as of this morning. And every time I went to look up, get any ideas or, triggers on anything, all of the movies were like sad tear-jerking movies. And they weren't.
Oh, when you're like
When I'm like doing my
going outside
research.
sorts.
Yeah,
sources.
yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And I was like, oh, these aren't the movies that make me cry. These are all just like sad movies.
Right.
And it was hard for me to like come up. I wasn't really that successful. And, but then I was like, all right, let me just see here. And Alex found some lists and she was reading stuff and I was thinking, and then it just like plopped onto the paper.
Yeah.
And there's probably a couple I'm skipping because we've talked about things before.
Well, that's it. Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. When I did my research, typically I'll write my list first, then I'll look up and see if I forgot anything online because I try not to use that as a thing, but if I forget something, this time I didn't do that. I wrote down 15 movies in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, I'm good. I took out some, to your point, that we've talked about already. I did not do that exclusively for a very specific reason. Okay. This was pretty easy. I also think that if I thought about it more, I would think of 10 more.
Oh, I just thought of a movie.
Exactly to my point. Oh. So I do think, we've said this before, we'll say it again. I think this is a topic we can revisit in future episodes and do another episode like this. But I came up with 10 pretty quickly. So also one thing I wanted to say that's totally not related.
10 really quickly.
That took me 9 seconds. Something I wanted to say that I said at the end of the last podcast, I'd like to say at the beginning of this podcast, is that if you would like to reach out to us, we have an email. It's thelonglistpodcast@gmail.com. So we would love to hear from you, whether it's questions or complaints about our lists, or if you have some ideas for lists for future episodes. We're very open to hearing from you. We would appreciate that.
Or if you just want to say hi.
Yeah. And if we ever got enough questions, I think it would be fun to do, like Jack said in the last podcast, like a mailbag episode. But, send us your thoughts, send us your questions. We'd love to hear from you. thelonglistpodcast@gmail.com. All right. Why don't we take a quick break and then we'll get into it?
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. All right, we're back. Did you notice anything, like any trends in your list?
As much as I was talking about feel good, I definitely have a few sad in here.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the movies, if you would just out of nowhere ask me, if I were to think longer about it, I'd be like, well, it might choke me up sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm really crying.
Right.
So
that counts, though.
I know.
That's a little bit of mine, too.
And I do have that in here, but yeah.
I have very few like weeping movies. Most of them is just like I'm getting choked up, misty.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Okay. I had a lot of sports movies, Jack. I wrote down my list and I was like, there's a lot of sports movies.
That makes sense.
Not even like necessarily all of my favorite sports movies.
I just thought of another movie.
We can do this episode again.
But honestly, both times I've said that, I'm like, he'll probably talk about it.
Yeah, I might. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with my list. Should we get started?
Yeah.
Why don't you go first?
All right. Number 10. I have Manchester by the Sea, 2016.
Yeah.
Starting off sad.
Very.
Yeah. It's a really, really good film. It's extremely well written.
Looks great.
Looks great. It's Kenneth Lonergan. And starring Casey Affleck.
And he won the Academy Award, right? Or am I tripping?
Casey Affleck definitely won. Yeah, I mean, I think he
won for that.
Yeah, he won for writing, was nominated for director, but did not get it. It was also nominated for picture. Casey Affleck won for actor. Lucas Hedges was nominated for supporting, and Michelle Williams was nominated for supporting.
Yeah. Okay. So Casey Affleck did win the Oscar. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was great.
He was great. And yeah, this one I actually am not going to spoil. It's just because it's the meat of the film is
Yeah.
kind of the point of it, and a lot of the scenes that are scenes that make you cry are also the scenes in which you're learning things. You know,
Right.
very big plot points.
Right.
But it's about grief. There are multiple reasons for grief in this movie, and it takes place in a sleepy
New England
town. Thank
yeah.
you. And it's really
Beat out
good.
my guy Ryan Gosling for La La Land in the Academy Awards.
What?
Casey Affleck beat out my guy Ryan Gosling in La La Land for the Academy Awards.
Got it. Yeah, that's a good call. Casey Affleck is incredible. It's a heart-wrenching film. As I said, led by really good performances, and yeah, definitely it's hard to watch without.
Bit of a tough hang,
Yeah,
but a good movie.
yeah. Not so much a tough thing. I wouldn't want to watch it again.
Right. Yeah. All right, my number 10 film is Rudy,
Yeah.
1993.
That was the one that was the second one I just thought of.
Nice. Directed by David Anspaugh. It's not, I got to be honest, it's not my favorite movie, but the ending does get me.
Oh, for
it's
sure.
a long movie, and it's kind of like a bit of a tough hang. It's not a real fun movie, but the ending is
We watched it a bunch growing up.
yeah.
This definitely used to be like on a top 10 list I made at one point in my
Oh,
life.
really? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was also on TV all the time. So, like, I've seen the ending of the movie like 35 times
Yeah,
and the
true.
whole movie like 3 times.
One that's a really good example of the working for it the whole movie.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Yeah. Apparently, the real life Rudy was a big time dick.
Sean Astin's great though.
Oh, yeah. He's really great
Very
and
lovable.
very, heartwarming. You want to root for him kind of guy. But
Yeah.
apparently, not that in real life.
Yeah.
Apparently, he knew some people in Hollywood and hounded them for years about trying to make a movie about it.
That sounds pretty accurate.
And like a bunch of the ending was just like not true. But
Bummer.
but
Well,
it
geez,
works in
geez,
the
Josh.
movie. I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna cry anymore watching it.
Yeah,
Knowing all
true.
these
I haven't
facts.
seen it since I learned all that. But it's a good movie. Well,
It is.
It's a good ending. All right, what's your number 9 movie?
My number 9 movie is My Octopus Teacher.
Ooh, okay.
From
Look
2020.
at you.
Yeah, really good documentary about a man who starts diving in this spot every day and befriends an octopus. Legit befriends an octopus. Octopi are extremely smart. If you didn't know that already, they're one of the smartest animals. And they develop a bond together. And it's extremely well documented in documentary form. It's a really good movie. And this is definitely another, sad one.
Yeah. Honestly, I
mean,
don't remember how it ends. Except,
I mean, octopuses can only live for so long.
right.
So
It
there-
dies.
It dies. And, they give birth before they die. So it gave birth finally. And also there's this insane scene of a reef shark or like a leopard shark, like trying to kill the octopus. And it's absolutely riveting.
Right.
It's really good.
And doesn't
That
he
is
like
when
he doesn't
the-
interfere because he
He doesn't
wanna...
interfere. There's all that kind of moral obligation throughout the film.
Right.
And it's,
while.
this whole, it's about grief, but it's also just about the life process and coming to terms and, saying goodbye. It gets you at the end. It's really good.
Yeah. Becky tried to get me to watch that for a long time. And I was just like having my prejudice against documentaries that don't interest me. And it was great.
Alex tried to get me to watch it for a long time too, but I did want to watch it. I was
Yeah.
just always like,
That's, yeah.
but yeah,
I was like, eh.
it was a big wreck by her.
Yeah. Likewise with, good job, our wives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. I do. And I should say that I really liked it when I finally watched it.
Yeah.
It was very good. My number 9, you're going to appreciate this, is Finding Nemo. 2003, directed by
I have it
Angus
higher.
Stanton. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So we'll save it.
I'll table my discussion. What is your number 8 movie?
Field of Dreams.
Aha. I have it higher.
I kind of figured you might.
Okay. Repeats. I didn't think that was like the maximum amount of repeats I thought we would have. So
What,
that happened
2?
early. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to end up being wrong about that. I should have predicted that earlier.
Yeah. I think there's going to be some repeats.
Well, I didn't. Okay. Well, all right. We'll find out. My number 8 movie is White Christmas,
Oh, yeah.
1954. Hey, how about my guy Michael Curtis, director of Casablanca and co-director of the Adventures of Robin Hood?
Yeah.
Came up in the top 25 podcast
Cooking.
a lot. Yeah, cooking. I love this movie. Shot on VistaVision. By the way, I have the 4K. It looks great.
That's awesome.
Like really great.
yeah.
Capital G.
I think I have the Blu-ray, but it's probably just some old Blu-ray.
No, I mean, sure, that looks great too. But I got it. Oh man, it looks. That was one of those ones where I popped it in, and the last time I'd seen it was like on a VHS or maybe like a really old DVD. I can't remember, or just on TV. I don't know. And I popped it in a couple years ago, and I was like, wow, we're cooking with a different sort of gas here. It was great. Anyway, it's a wonderful movie. I'm sure most of you have seen it. It's a musical that takes place in Vermont, the Green Mountain State. It's about these, well, whatever. You've probably seen White Christmas. It's about these performers. They go to a hotel but they
It's a
meet up
great plot.
Yeah, they
So,
meet up with their
please.
army general, who is a little bit down on his luck because he invested all this money in the hotel and nobody's showing up there. There's a little bit before that, of course, setting up the army general part. I don't have to go into the whole story.
No.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And it has Bing Crosby at the helm of it and a bunch of other faces that you would recognize from that time period. It's a wonderful musical with dance numbers and songs. And the ending, when they bring in all their army buddies that were, serving under this general, and they don't tell the general, and he walks into that room, and you hear "Ten Hut," and everybody starts clapping, and he doesn't know what's going on, and everybody came to save his hotel, and it's just, I lose it every time,
Oh,
Jack.
yeah.
Every time.
Same.
I've seen it 148. Well, no, I've seen it as many Christmases I've been alive.
It's big in the Miller family.
Yeah,
and there's not a dry eye in sight
No.
when we're on the couch watching
It's
that
great. I really love that movie, and we're kind of entering White Christmas season. I'm excited to watch it. My guy, Michael Curtis. Look at that.
one. It's been some time actually since I've seen it. Alex has never seen it. I'm really excited to.
Ooh, she
Might have to
would
get it
really
on.
like.
I know,
Well,
she's
I
gonna
think she
love
would
it.
really like it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. You guys should come up and watch it with us on 4K. Oh,
sounds fun. I'm down.
gasp. You're not going to do that. What's your number 7 movie?
Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh.
Yeah. This is a good example.
You showed this
of-
to me.
I did, and it was a very successful evening. I was really excited about it.
Yeah.
We were up at the cabin. I was like, not enough people in the room had seen it. I think our parents were up there, and it was your
I think
family.
it was just you two that had seen it.
Yeah, I think so. And me and Alex have always loved this movie. I've honestly rewatched this movie so many times. It's a big rewatchable for me. And yeah, we all got together, and I was like, I hope everybody's going to like this. It was kind of more shocking that nobody had seen it. So I was
Yeah.
like, maybe the people won't like this. Everybody loved it. Everybody was crying.
It was
just
really
because
good.
it's a really good, feel good movie. in
Yeah.
multiple scenes. It's one of my favorite romantic comedies. It would be top 5 for me. And
Might be important coming up in future episodes.
yeah, for sure.
There's a tease for you.
That's a good tease. Love it. Really good kind of family bonding moments and good. Like you're never really too worried about anybody.
No, the stakes
So-
are pretty low.
Right.
But they got the uptight parents, and they're not getting along with there's a new girlfriend, right, or the new fiance. I mean, and then
Right.
They-
But
they
there's the
handle it well.
dynamics with her and her mom, and which is a really good like relationship where they're like super solid, and the mom stands up for her in this really great climactic scene against the matriarchal mother, figure of her fiancés. And yeah, so it's a wedding movie. It's great.
yeah, there are family tensions that get resolved in ways that are very effective.
Yeah.
How about that?
And it's kind of like when everybody's, when different people are winning are the parts that I'm getting choked up at.
Yeah.
And it's always surrounded by comedy and somebody makes a joke. And
I
you're
was just
like,
about to say,
I love
it's really
this.
funny. Yeah.
It's super
funny. It's just a really good hang.
Yep.
Unlike some of the other movies we've already mentioned. Mm. All right, my number 7 is Cool Runnings from
Nice.
1993, directed by John Turteltaub. It's a really fun movie. Again, a really good hang. The stakes are pretty low. I mean, they're entering in the Olympics. It's about a Jamaican bobsled team. If you haven't seen Cool Runnings, and they want to be sprinters, they don't make the team for whatever reason, so they decide to become bobsledders at the
So good.
behest of John Candy, who's a former bobsledder and has this crazy idea to use Jamaican sprinters
Right.
in the starting, as their competitors. It's great. By the way, did you see the new John Candy documentary?
I have not.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Just check it out.
I will.
He's wonderful in it.
Did you cry in it?
I did not. He's wonderful in it, and he's really funny, and he's also John Candy. I mean, this, if you watch the documentary, you'll know more than just a comedian. He's got really good moments in this movie, and he has a different type of character arc, and it's fabulous. And the ending scene where here's an example when we're going to spoil something, friends. If you haven't seen Cool Runnings, at the ending scene, their bobsled breaks and they can't finish the race, and they all get up and carry the bobsleds over the finish line because they were all wanted to be Olympians in a different sport, couldn't make it, and so they became bobsledders, and they were like, "Hey, I'm here. I'm an Olympian.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish this damn race."
Right.
And it gets me every time.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Really good pick.
Thank you.
Really good sports movie.
Good sports movie. I got more on here.
Yeah.
Jack, what's your number 6 pick?
My number 6 pick is Coda
Coda.
from 2021.
Okay.
Have you seen this film?
I have not.
Well,
I'm embarrassed.
it's okay.
One Best Picture.
One Best Picture.
That was in the we talked about this in a recent podcast, but that was in like the COVID.
It was 2021 is just they weren't dishing out movies.
They weren't, and it was a weird time. I don't know why I didn't see this movie. I'm really actually kind of mad at myself.
It was an Apple movie,
Oh.
so you may have not had Apple.
Still, I could have
Would
rented
have
it.
been a big. Could you have?
Oh, maybe not. Oh, you just gave me an out. I actually didn't have Apple in 2021.
Maybe you could have rented it.
Damn it! Don't do that to me.
Ooh, sorry.
I can't. That's against the rules. I couldn't have. It's not my
Yeah, I
fault.
think people might go. I don't remember what else was that year, but I feel like this one might be considered like, oh, why did Coda win, or like that one. I don't know. What
I definitely kind of have that perception of it, having not seen it.
when I don't think I liked a whole lot of movies this year, or maybe hadn't seen them, but I was like, Coda needs to win. It's just a beautiful, beautiful story. It's about a young woman who is the only hearing member of an entirely deaf family.
Right.
And she is a musician or a singer. A singer. And it's just kind of a coming of age tale, and she's going off to college, and it's kind of, like a family drama film that's extremely touching and beautiful, and it is surrounded by great performances. And obviously music plays a big part, which is, we haven't really talked about this yet, but music could be like the number one thing that gets me crying in a movie.
Music is definitely one of those things that gets you feeling a plethora of emotions in a movie.
In fact, like, I don't know if I'm getting choked up if there isn't music going on.
Yeah,
At least
that's a
in
really good
feel
point. We should have talked about that earlier.
Right. So yeah, I think everybody should go see this film. It's really good.
I'm sorry I can't
Amelia
add to the
Jones is incredible. I
conversation,
just
Jack.
saw her in Task. Troy Kotsur, he got nominated, or he won for Best Supporting Actor. Eugenio Debez is like hilarious in it, is like the music instructor.
Yeah,
It's great.
I'll
Go
watch
see
it
it, Josh.
soon. I apologize.
It's okay.
I apologize on the behalf of the hotel. Oh, you're giving me a look. Oh, fair enough. Okay, yeah. Oh, no, just kidding.
But that was what I thought about earlier.
Oh, okay. Oh, as your 11th movie?
Yeah, when the first time I was just like, oh, I just thought of something.
Yeah.
It was Grand Budapest.
Oh, yeah. Good call. It's not on my list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm definitely crying at the end of that movie. Could
Yeah.
have definitely made my list. But
Yeah.
we had a whole Wes Anderson.
We had a whole Wes Anderson pod. We don't need to talk about it. Okay, my number 6 movie is Miracle. The what?
Just chock full of them. I know.
I
You
got-
said you
I
had
got-
4.
Oh.
Chock full of sports movies.
Did I say I have 4? I don't think I counted
Oh, okay.
because
Maybe you said
there's more.
Got it.
2004, directed by Gavin O'Connor. I love this movie. It's a great performance. Well, if you don't know, it's about the Miracle on Ice that was the 1980 USA hockey team that beat the Soviets that won like 4 Olympics in a row or something like that. I don't remember. A very famous event, very famous movie, I think. Great Kurt Russell performance. I would say the rest of the performances are fine. The hockey players are certainly serviceable. There's not a ton of other great performances in the movie, but Kurt Russell is legitimately good in that movie.
For sure.
And I mean, off the top of my head, I would say one of his better performances. I don't know that he's Tombstone level or anything or something like that. And to my knowledge, he's never been nominated, but he was really good in that and maybe could have warranted a nomination. I'd have to look at it, Jack. The thing that makes me cry every time is the final call of the final game where they're winning the gold. Actually, it's the final game shown in historical parlance. That was the second to last game that they had to win before they won the gold medal. But it was the game against the Soviets, who were predicted by everybody to win and had won like everything in the last 20 years or whatever. But in the second to last game, they play the Soviets, and the final call of the game, "Do you believe in miracles?" Yes, as they're counting down, is a wonderful call that gets me chills every time. In the movie, they have the actual announcer. I can't think of his name at the moment. Where he's playing himself in the movie, and as they count down, they switch from the call that he's doing for the movie into the actual historic call, and it gets a little. You can tell the age of the call is different. His voice kind of goes up a little bit because they use the actual call from the actual game. And it's a really effective tool, and it works, and it gets me every time, Jack. I love hearing sports announcers make really ridiculous calls of famous sporting events, even not necessarily in movies. I'm just talking about in general.
No, I got you.
And that, like hearing a grown man like scream at the top of his lungs because some crazy sports thing happened, gets me emotional.
It works. Yeah, it's a good movie. Hawaii? Do we watch it in Hawaii?
Oh,
Why do I feel like that's
probably.
where I watched it for the first time?
The announcer that I couldn't remember his name.
So, I'm gonna let you know this now. I think you're gonna be upset that Miracle wasn't represented at the Oscars.
Oh, well, that doesn't that bums me out, but that doesn't surprise me.
Well,
hang on. Before you are you going to read me the nominations? Is that what's about to happen?
famously, like the worst Oscar years.
Okay,
in
before we
recent
get to
years.
that, Al Michaels is the announcer that I couldn't think of his name. He's
Thank you.
one of the most famous broadcasters.
Shout out to Al.
Good job, Al. Also, he doesn't eat vegetables.
Are you ready?
I think so. These are people that got nominated and potentially won over Kurt Russell in Miracle, who was wonderful.
No, these are going to be the Best Picture nominations, just because I'm giving you perspectives on the year.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the $1 Million Baby year.
Ah.
$1 Million Baby won Best Picture.
Boo.
The other nominations were The Aviator,
Boo.
Finding Neverland, Ray, okay,
Ray's pretty good.
and Sideways,
And Sideways
which
is
is
great.
pretty good. But like,
Well,
Actor-
Kurt Russell certainly wasn't better than Jamie Foxx.
correct, or Don Cheadle in Hotel Rwanda.
Right. Okay. All right. So we're okay.
But the other ones were Johnny Depp in Finding Neverland, Leonardo
bad.
in Aviator, and Clint Eastwood in $1 Million Baby.
Pretty rough year other than
I think he
those
could have
top
snuck
two.
in nominations wise.
Where's
Where's Kurt when you
Where's our guy Kurt?
Come on, man. Bad job by them.
Oh. That was my number 6. Are you on number 5?
I am on number 5.
All right, why don't we take a quick break and then we'll come back and we'll finish it up.
Copy that.
All right, we're back. We're halfway through our top 10, well, not really top 10, but 10 movies that make us cry list. Jack, what is your number 5 movie?
I don't know if I don't know if I talked to you about watching this yet, but my
What?
number 5 movie is The Perfect Neighbor, which is a Netflix documentary that came out this year that unfortunately, but maybe understandably, nobody's watched.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
It is about a neighbor who essentially terrorizes. It takes place in a black neighborhood in Florida, and an older white woman moves in and begins calling the police on the kids playing around in the neighborhood, not even on her property. It's like
Yeah.
a bunch of kids. All the neighbors know each other.
Yeah.
And she starts, calling the cops like multiple times a week. It's shot. It uses maybe 75-80% of it is police body cam.
Oh.
So it's obviously about the interactions with the police.
Uh-huh.
It is Netflix is promoting it in a very odd way.
Okay.
It's like kind of like being promoted as like another like true crime documentary, which it is essentially.
Technically, yeah.
But I don't know why it's. I guess I'm going to spoil something, but it's something that you realize pretty quickly. She kills someone.
Yeah.
So it very much, and this is, a name that I wasn't familiar with, but it was very much somebody talked about in the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah, I think I remember this happening. I have not seen the documentary, and I'm not sure, but I remember that like someone came up to her house and rang the doorbell or something, and she shot through it.
Yeah, it's okay. So Alex watched this, and she was like, "You need to watch this." And she was like, "It's the craziest thing I've ever seen." And me thinking that it was a true crime, I was very much thinking like, oh, there's going to be all these twists and turns, which the plot of like, it's maybe not twists and turns, but like shocking things continue to happen. It's a phenomenal movie.
Okay.
Shocking things continue to happen. But and it's like documented so well.
Yeah.
About halfway through this movie, there is like a 10-minute long scene that is one of the most dramatic things I've ever seen caught on camera.
Wow.
Like in real time.
Yeah.
And it's all real time because it's using the body cams. And I was weeping
Man.
out of nowhere. I didn't think it was going to be gnarly in that way. I mean, it's a very sensitive subject.
Yeah.
It is a insane scene.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had to include it on this list for sure because I watched it like last week and it was like crying watching this movie.
Yeah.
But it's really important. I wish more people were seeing it. It is a crazy fucking story.
Yeah.
Like from where it goes from there, it's just like, and the things that they catch on camera are insane as well.
Damn.
It's just a really good document. It's why I love documentaries is when they're cooking with like the things that they're capturing are just insane.
Yeah. Good call. I haven't seen it.
It's a good one. Highly recommend it.
Yeah. Well, my number 5's another sports movie.
I'm ready.
2005, directed by Ron Howard, Cinderella Man, which is a movie that I at one point revered in very high regard. I still like it. And the ending is, it's a classic boxing story set in the Great Depression. You can imagine, if you haven't seen it, you can get where I'm going with this. He does really well, and it's really heartwarming, and I lose it. It's a really good look at the movie. That they got a good set, they got a good production design. Ron Howard, pretty good, steady hands guy. Doesn't really make a lot of bad movies, and this is one of his better ones in my opinion. The Last Fight and The Last Call, which is I don't think they're using from the actual call, but again, the sports person, screaming something at the top of his lung is fantabulous. It's fantastic. Also fantabulous.
Yeah, I would have taken that one for sure.
It's really good, and it's got Paul Giamatti, who we brought up a few times in recent podcasts. Really good Russell Crowe performance. Does have Renee Zellweger. She's fine in it.
Mm-hmm. It's a good family drama.
Really good.
That's like, part of it.
Yeah.
That
just doing it for the kids, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Just doing it for the kids. I really like this movie. And it doesn't really get mentioned too much in the great boxing movies, which is fair because there's a bunch of them. But I really like this movie a lot, and I think the ending's good. It gets me. It gets me, Jack.
Yeah. I haven't
Gets me
watched it in a
misty.
very long time, but we used to like this movie. I used to like this movie a lot.
Yeah, I thought about picking it for a recent family movie night and realized I don't have it on Blu-ray.
Oh,
Who would have thought? So,
disappointed in you.
I'm a little embarrassed, and I'm gonna ram me to this at some point. But I was looking for like a good boxing movie for the kids because I was like, have you ever seen a boxing movie? But there's a lot of them out there that I don't want to show the kids. So
Yeah, I'd say the top ones are not really.
yeah, they're probably not ready yet.
Yeah,
I thought this would
Rocky
be a good
and the Rockies.
Even Rocky, the first one, there's he kind of slaps
just
around
Creed.
a little bit.
Creed's fine.
Definitely. It's coming
James
up.
would love the
Next
ATV
pick.
scene.
I'm saying it's so good. What, Jack, is your number 4 movie?
Finding Nemo.
Okay,
Time.
let's do it.
Here we are. You know what? I've vamped about it so much. I'd honestly like to hear what you have to say.
Well, it's great. I certainly don't want to take anything away from you. Directed by Andrew Stanton in 2003. It's got Albert Brooks, Ellen DeGeneres, whatever. You've seen it. Finding Nemo is wonderful, and it's a really heartwarming story. And movies about fathers and sons or brothers are hard for me to get through if you nail it, and they nail it. And the part that gets me to cry is when Nigel the fucking pelican comes in and he's telling Nemo that his dad's coming across the whole ocean and searching for him, and he's I heard he fought 3 sharks, and it just gets me every time.
Nigel's flying
never
in.
not worked.
Nigel's flying in, about to hit the window. I'm already crying in that scene. I'm just here we go. Strap in.
There's a couple other
Yeah,
parts that get me misty, but that one I can't.
The montage is really good. The P.
montage.
Sherman, the P. Sherman Wallaby Way.
Oh yeah.
And then they reunite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've already cried at that. That's right after the Nigel scene. I'm good. It's not gonna get me again usually. No,
It gets me. It's
Okay.
that's why it's my number 4 and your number
That's
8
probably
or
right.
whatever
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
No, and this is my favorite. This is my favorite form of crying. The Nigel story is yes, I love
That
this.
is it.
I'm happy that I am shedding tears.
Yeah, and you go through this whole thing, this whole saga that Marlon's gone through,
Yeah.
and to your point,
Yeah.
to your point, a lot of funny elements. But it's also that thing where you're talking about where you're emotionally invested, and then at the heart of that story, it's the kind of weird fractured relationship between the dad and his kid.
Yeah.
And then when that gets mended, it's man, perfect.
It's great.
It's wonderful.
Well, it's not even mended yet, which is one of the better parts. Is he still needs to,
He still needs to
he's now
find Nemo.
yeah.
Yeah. But from Nemo's perspective, he was worried that his dad wouldn't care, and that part, it's a nice catharsis.
So good. Absolutely incredible. Never gets old.
Speaking of fathers and sons, Jack, my number 4. What?
Is it time?
What does that mean? I don't get
okay.
it. I don't know what you were referring to. I'm nervous now.
What's your number 4 movie?
A Knight's Tale.
Oh.
I love.
Hadn't thought about this.
That's right.
I definitely cry in this
That's right. I love A Knight's Tale. It's pretty much everything I want in a movie: adventure, comedy, action.
Heath Ledger.
And Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Man. So sad. And Paul Bettany is also who I want in a movie.
My
and
guy.
I can't remember his name, but the redheaded guy.
Yep.
Who is the voice
The
of
pirate.
pretty much the pirate in Dodgeball, and pretty much the voice of every Pixar thing ever, or animated thing ever. Look it up. Love that dude, and I want him in movies. I want him in more movies, Jack. It's a wonderful film, and the part that gets me is when he finally gets back to England and he goes sees his father who sends him off, and
And he's blind.
and he's blind now, and it's tough, and he's like, oh, Sir Ulrich, I get it, I've heard that name chanted from the lists.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, but I have news of your son or whatever. And they go back and forth. But then the line is,
how did I not have this on my list?
did he follow his feet? Because that's something he said to him in the beginning. If you need to find your way home, follow your feet. He said that to him early in the movie. And has he followed his feet back home? Oh. And then they realize that he's talking to his son. And they hug, and it's great. And I lose it every time. Every time.
Yeah.
It gets me every time.
Might
I'm
be
gonna
the
watch
part
it
in
tonight.
the podcast where I cry. As I said, wouldn't happen before. It's just the most incredible scene.
really
I love
good.
that movie.
That movie is-
doesn't need that scene. It's just a fun, medieval romp throughout the whole thing, and then that happens, and you're like, oh, this is elite. And then I watched it, 5 times a year for the rest of my life.
Yeah, right. I felt like this movie came out like a little bit before, or at least we loved it a little bit before, like the internet became like this huge thing where you can like,
Yeah, it was like always on our.
it's always on our radar. And now I'm
We
seeing
didn't see it
out
in
there.
theaters though, did we?
No, I don't think so. But now I'm seeing out there on TikTok and Instagram,
Oh,
whatever,
yeah.
that people love this movie. I'm like,
Posers.
I don't think so.
No, I'm just kidding. You can't be. Everybody loves this movie. I just want to be cool.
There's like people out there on Film Talk that are like, this is the greatest movie ever, and this is why. And I'm like, okay, I disagree, but also I see you and I respect you.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about it for the top 25 list, Jack.
Oh yeah, me too. It
It's
was
great.
on my long list.
I love it.
I'm upset I didn't have it on my list. I apologized on behalf of the hotel.
Of the hotel. Oh, Jack.
Number 3, I have It's a Wonderful Life.
I have it higher.
I thought you might.
Okay, well, gear up. This is when we're going to talk about Field of Dreams. This is my number 3 movie.
I'm ready for it.
I'm kind of surprised we haven't really talked about this movie too much on this podcast yet. It's a great film, and I have loved it my whole life. So.
Yeah.
1989, directed by Phil Alden Robinson and starring our guy, Kevin Costner. And our gal, who was just in Weapons.
Yep.
It's fantastic. It's a wonderful baseball movie about a guy who marries into a family, not into a family, excuse me, falls in love with someone in a small town. He's like, I think he's from more of a metropolitan area. I'm going to have to fact check that in my notes. But he marries someone, moves to Iowa, and they buy a farm, and they're a bunch of hippies, and then they start living the farm life, and it's not going well. And the guy hears a voice, if you haven't seen Field of Dreams, and the voice tells him to build a baseball field. And he's like, what the hell? And then it goes on. The adventure takes a whole bunch of twists and turns. It has a bunch of really good cameos. James Earl Jones is fabulous in this movie, and it's got my guy Burt Lancaster, who plays Moonlight Graham. Older version of Moonlight Graham. And it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful movie. Essentially, again, I'm going to start spoiling it here. You think the whole movie is about him getting in touch with Shoeless Joe Jackson, who's a real baseball player played by Ray Liotta, and in the movie. And you think that's what it's about, is that he's trying to reconcile with the sins of the Black Sox who cheated in the World Series for gambling. Then you find out at the very end that it's about him reconnecting with his estranged father, and who was also a baseball player, and a younger version of his father shows up in a magical realism sense. And
The whole movie's magical realism.
yeah, I should have said that if you haven't seen it. And then when that last line, you want to have a catch, it's just like waterworks, Jack.
So good.
I can't make it.
The camera backs out. And you see all the
I
cars
see all the
coming
cars
down,
coming.
coming down the
Oh my
street.
God, it's
We're
so
like,
good.
well, I didn't even need so
I
good.
showed that to the kids a couple years ago, and I was like, I don't know, this is kind of a more serious movie. I don't know if it'll hit, and they loved it. They absolutely loved it. It's so good. It's great.
Am I wrong that there's a tear up scene with James Earl Jones too?
Well, depends on what
guess-
gets you. He like walks off into the cornfield.
Yeah. I feel like they have a nice moment.
Baseball. They will come, Ray.
God, I always growing up, I was just like always so scared of the part where he steps in front of the car.
Yeah, me
And-
too.
And like would like be like, oh, I don't want to watch this part.
Oh man,
But
that's
like
so
the scene before it is so good when he's like,
yeah.
that whole sequence is great.
That's crazy that you brought that up because recently I was driving with James and we kind of turned a corner and there was a guy just standing in the middle of the road in our neighborhood and he was walking across the street but slowly. It was weird, but like we didn't like hit the guy or anything. And James was like, "That was really scary, like that guy in Field of Dreams." I was like, "No way,
Good pull. Jimbo.
It's like James, way to go!"
Get him on the pod.
I'm telling you, he wants to be on the pod.
Nice.
I don't know if I want my kids on social media yet.
Cool.
But he was like, "Can I be on the podcast?" I was like, "No." So what would you talk about? He was like Transformers movies. I was like, "Sick."
We can rock
Kind
the
of.
first one.
Wait, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Just put it in the back pocket. Yeah.
Anthony Anderson, top 5 guys I'd want to get a beer with.
Yeah, pretty good.
It's my turn?
It's your turn, Jack.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Well,
Thank
I
you.
guess I picked it too. Good pick by me too.
Got him.
Number 2, I got Little Women.
Wow. Okay, good. I thought about it, but I didn't want to.
Wow, you did put it on. Oh, I
No.
guess mathematically you couldn't. I guess. Well, no, I guess you could have.
You don't know what I picked.
Well, I know one of
what-
them.
Yeah, you know one of them. I didn't want to put many.
I guess I assumed that you were going to pick this one.
Yeah, I didn't want to put many of the stuff on the top 25 that I just did, so I didn't put it on here. There's one. Obviously, there's one that's showing up, but there's a reason for that.
Yeah, and we don't have to talk about it too long. I mean,
We can. I got nowhere to be, Jack.
Well, I think it's right for the episode.
It's great.
The big episode.
What big episode?
Doing the whole episode on Little Women.
Oh, okay. If we're gonna do that, maybe
I'm
we
just
can-
saying.
Maybe we can do
So
comparison.
in a very similar
All right.
situation to Crazy Rich Asians, I was the only
yeah.
person who had not seen this film up at the cabin with all the same cast and characters. Was probably the same trip, now that I think about it.
I don't remember.
And everybody was like, Jack, how have you not seen this movie yet? Everybody loved it. And man, I lost it like 3 times in that movie. I was
Yeah.
like, holy crap.
It's really good.
It's really good. It's super touching and everybody just delivers everything really well. And it's obviously, like a classic story. So,
Yeah.
and there are
are
obvious tear-jerking moments, but like,
and there are other movies that have portrayed the same story, even if you haven't read the book. So it's not like many people aren't really going in there not knowing the beats per se. But
I did not know the beats going in. I had
Oh.
seen the first Little Women like as a young kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Oh, I watched it a bunch of times with our mom. The first one.
Yeah, you were probably, I don't know when that was.
Older than
I
you
wasn't
and
around.
Yeah. You were probably
Wasn't trying to watch a movie about a girl dying.
Well,
But yeah, that's
it's also
not
a
even
famous joke in Friends about Beth dying. Doesn't matter. I'm just saying.
not even like really the part that gets me crying the most. I mean, of course it does. But
No, I
you
got
the piano stuff, him, Mr. Lawrence getting the piano over.
Man,
And all the stuff with the dad. I'm just
Yeah.
every time Bob Odenkirk was on the screen,
Yeah.
I was just getting choked up.
it's great.
Yeah, all the relationships are great.
Our guy
Phenomenal
Chris
acting.
Cooper, fantastic.
He get nominated?
No, I don't. Well,
Did
maybe
Bob?
I don't know. No, I can't imagine. Florence Pugh got nominated, and
so did,
Saoirse Ronan.
For lead.
Well, yeah, and then obviously, it got nominated for picture, and I don't think Greta Gerwig got nominated for director, which is a travesty.
Might have won adapted screenplay.
Maybe I don't remember.
I don't really care that much. Makes me cry. It's a great film.
It's wonderful. The 14th best film of all time, some say. What are we on? Number 2?
I have it on my list.
You did not.
Someday.
So, yeah. Took me a while to add to it, but when I first added it to my list, I added it at number 14.
Yeah, I think I had it as your number 7 or something.
Yeah. All right. My number 2 movie that makes me cry is Coco. I am weeping.
Well, I'll stop you right there.
Okay, got it. You had a higher?
Yeah.
Damn. I had a number 2. All right. Okay. What's your number 2 movie?
Little Women. You still go.
Oh, so I get to go again.
Yeah.
No, you just give your number one. I'm confused.
Oh yeah. But I guess this didn't really shake out in the end.
We had good intentions. More repeats than we thought. Okay, go ahead. Let's just talk about Coco.
Yeah, that's my number one movie. So now's the time, I suppose.
Yeah, either way. Wonderful movie.
Yeah. Just
Weeping, huge crocodile tears.
didn't
at the
see
end
it
of this
coming
movie.
either.
Nope.
I was like, oh, I didn't see this in theaters. I actually didn't see it, for some time. It was like recommended to me. I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we got it. Animated movie, sure.
It floored me. It's my number 2 Pixar. And
It's my
I was
number 2 Pixar.
crying
I
like a
believe.
baby probably 3 times.
Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. 3 times.
I don't know. I mean, there's the big one.
Yeah. The big one at the end of the movie. Grandma singing, man.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But there's
Oh,
I remember
unbelievable.
being choked up in moments because of how important the movie felt at the time
Yeah.
and how, I don't know, representation in Disney for,
Once.
yeah.
Yeah, really good. I've seen it maybe 10,000 times because it was at the perfect time for when my children were like all about a certain movie and they chose Coco and we watched it a lot.
Yeah.
But it is still fabulous regardless of that. And it's like I could just watch that scene on YouTube right now
Right.
and I would start crying.
Yeah.
It's so good. They nailed it.
They nailed it.
They really stuck the landing.
My number 1. What's your number 1?
Your number one. Okay, so my number one is, of course, It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
We've already talked about this movie a lot in the last podcast. It's a fabulous movie. It came out in 1946, directed by Frank Capra, and one of the best Jimmy Stewart performances that you could possibly ask for. A wonderful cast. Everything's great. There's a few times when I am going to cry in this movie. The part where... Well, go ahead.
I'll say like the last 15 minutes, it's kind of like, I forget, but it's kind of like a constant thing because you get the relief of like, he finally figured it out and all of that. And it's kind of like, oh man, this is feeling great. And then, you have the whole final scene, in the living room and everything.
Yeah, that's
which
the
is
part
obviously a big one. But
that's
like
the part I can't get through.
you're that relief that we keep talking about of like this horror, him going through this ordeal and it just landing on the best outcome possible. Just feels great.
Yeah, it is when he finally gets back to the house. He realizes, okay, I got another shot at this. It's a little Christmas carol-y in that regard. I got another shot at this. I'm going to do this right. And he comes back with a new attitude, and then he finds out everyone in the town that he thought disregarded him or didn't like him or whatever, because everything's been going poorly, has come back and helped him for no reason, other than the fact that they know and they love him. And I just can't get enough. Uncle Billy comes in and he's just like stumbling words out of his mouth like nobody's business, trying to explain that the townspeople came together. They didn't ask any questions. They're coming to help. George is in trouble. We're going to come and help you. I lose it then. And from then and the next 7 minutes, each of the characters from the beginning of the story start coming in and doing something for him.
Well,
and I
it's
lose
like
it every time. Each level, I am crying more and more.
It's so like dark in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
And you're getting all the people that you briefly saw that are like normal people, but you're getting this like bizarro world version of them where they're unhappy. And it's just like, oh my God, this is such a bummer. And like,
Yeah.
like it's hard to watch. It's like gnarly.
Yeah.
And
That's why Jason and Alex have never
Right.
finished it.
but like it feels so good to see everybody
The
just normal again.
cathartic ending is just, I've seen it
Amazing.
100,000 times. And again, I could pull it up on YouTube right now and I would be weeping before the first 10 seconds are over. It is just so good. One of my favorite movies.
Yep.
Well, It's a Wonderful Life, man. You
Yep.
get what we're talking about.
This has been nice.
We did it.
Any honorable mentions?
Well, actually probably. I'd have to pull up my phone.
I had Lady Bird on my long list.
Oh, Lady Bird's really good.
That one gets me.
I just pulled up a list for a different podcast that we were thinking,
Oh, nice.
and the movie would not have qualified.
Oops.
Whoops. Well, Billy Elliot and Cinema Paradiso definitely are on the list, but I talked about them in the top 25
Yeah.
podcast. So
I
didn't
thought
wanna bring
about
up that.
Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Braveheart, I thought about.
Yeah, I did. I thought about it mid podcast just now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apollo 13, really love the ending. Really good.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I already mentioned The Rookie. And Arrival, I remember the ending getting to me.
I saw I saw Arrival on a bunch of people's like tearjerker lists. I was like, Arrival?
I remember the ending getting to me.
Nice.
And I haven't seen it in a while, so even if we wanted to spoil it, I'm not sure I could really do it justice because I haven't watched it in the last few years or so.
Well, the ending, the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, I appreciated it, but I didn't love it. And then the second time I watched
different for me.
I was like, the ending was the thing that got me, even though I can't really pinpoint, what was going on. I don't remember.
And I do kind of remember, but I won't do it justice. So
Yeah, because it's confusing.
it's a little confusing. So if you haven't seen Arrival, highly recommend, and just know that the ending, pay attention.
Yeah.
All right, Jack, movies that make you cry.
Yeah,
We did it.
we did it.
Pretty short one, actually. Got right to it.
Got right to it. No funny business.
Again, if you
We
would
had four. We had four
for what?
of the same movies.
Oh, that's more than I would have thought.
Move the list along, which is kind of what I predicted when we talked about it initially.
Nice work.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, if you want to reach out to us about anything really, thelonglistpodcast@gmail.com. We appreciate it. And should we tease what we're thinking about for the next episode or leave it in the chamber?
Leave it in the chamber.
We'll see you soon, everyone. Thank you for listening.
Peace.